Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mrs. Kanchan Chintamani Varke. I have completed my education from National Institute of Hearing Handicap from India, and I'm practicing since 8 plus years in India only. So I have worked with all the population, starting like just varying from kids to the adults, and different kind of situations, like different kind of setups, in cancer setups, in pediatric setups, in neuro setups, like that. And now since 1 year I'm working with Moms Police. So yeah, that's for myself. So our today's topic of presentation is language stimulation in children with during early childhood. Yeah. Yeah. So, how children learn to speak, or we can say why children learn to speak, is children learn to talk because it's an entirely normal aspect of their life as a social person. Okay, so children are like a sponge. They absorb everything you say. That's why it's important how you talk to your toddler in order to help them, help him to learn. Okay, so this is especially true if your child is late talker, or he or she is with special needs, or he or she is taking speech therapy. Okay, the most important thing in entire process is mother-child interaction. Okay, in language and speech development, mother-child interaction is the most important thing. Jalat, shall I wait for 5 minutes because I can see some like few people joining it.
You can start with a brief and maybe 2 3 minutes. You can cover the brief and then you can start with the presentation. You can give an overlay around the topic if that's okay
Okay.
with you. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay. So speech and language is like very vast terms. We cannot just bound them in a one slide. But yeah, to present what is speech and what is language, children learn what they see, what they feel, and what they listen. Major learning is through three modes. First is visual, second is auditory, and third one is then verbal. Okay, repetition we can say. If children are watching what you are doing. Okay, the very first mode of learning is visual. I Jealous, can you mute? I can. Yeah. So the very first thing child does is seeing, okay, watching you do what you are doing, and he learns through that. Okay. So if you're doing some actions, or very simple words, or expressions like happy or sad or angry, whatever, you're conveying gestural language to the child. Okay, the second thing the child learns through is listening. Okay, child listens to you, what you are saying, what you are telling him, or what you are telling, or if you are talking to someone else, child observes you and then he learns. Okay, so like the best example for this is like children learn through the cartoons. They are very much prone, or they like very much to see the cartoons, and then they tend to speak like the cartoons only. This happens nowadays to the longer extent. Okay, so I guess Jalas, everyone is here. Shall I move forward?
Yes, yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay. So there are few things which are important for language stimulation, which I'll be talking today. The very first thing which is important is self-talk. Okay, what is self-talk? It, in simple terms, if I want to tell you what is self-talk, it is narrating or explaining your child what you are doing with him, okay, or what you are doing around. Suppose you are in the kitchen, so the child comes and then you will say, "Oh, Mama is taking spoon. Oh, Mama is going to make a food now. whatever you are doing, but try and keep the sentences as simple as possible. Okay, talk about what you are touching, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, so what you're smelling. Suppose you have some fruit, suppose you have mango in your hand, so oh wow, this is mango. I'll be giving some example in the next slide. Okay, so I guess it sounds pretty easy. I think so. Okay. So the best examples for self-talk is, I'll give you two examples. Suppose it's a bath time. You're making your child bath, and then mother will say, "Oh, pour water," and then so on. You have to keep your voice and intonation pattern really very variable. Like, you cannot be monotonous and you cannot speak like as we normally speak. So you will be like, "Oh, pour water. Okay, now we are going to like soak on, then rinse off," like while pouring, or while you have to be dramatic. Okay. Otherwise, the child won't be looking at you. He will be like, "Okay, whatever you speak, I'm not interested in looking at you." Okay. So, and then at the end, you will say, "Wow, all done." So the child knows that, okay, this is like done now. This is finished. Okay. The next example is lunch or dinner time. So if you want to give your child jam, okay, a spoon of jam maybe. So you will explain what you're doing. "Oh, mama, what mama got for you? Oh, mama got jam. Oh, wow, I am giving you jam. It's time to eat." So you have to be dramatic in the way. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is parallel talk. It is in a way same as self-talk, but in parallel talk, you explain what your child is doing and not what you are doing. Okay. So there is a difference in self-talk and parallel talk in terms of explanation. Okay. In self-talk, we explain what we are doing with child, or around the house, whatever. And in parallel talk, we particularly explain what the child is doing. Suppose like you talk about what child is touching, what child is feeling, smelling, hearing, or whether he is like whatever, flapping his hand or crying, or maybe playing with the hair or the eyes or the lips, whatever he is doing. You have to be like very involving specified vocabulary, very specified vocabulary. You don't have to use like advanced words or very high linguistic words. You have to be very using very simple words. You have to become like melodic. You have to become dramatic. This is what I'm telling again and again, because parents or mothers forget this thing. They speak about what the child is doing. They speak about what they are doing with the child, but in a very normal tone, as we speak with a normal adult. But that should not be the case. You have to be dramatic. That is the most important key here. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you some examples for parallel talk. Suppose the child is playing with blocks. So you will be like, "Oh, wow, you have blocks? They are so colorful blocks. They are yellow, red, and green in color." So while you say red, you will like, just pick up red block. While you say yellow, you will pick up yellow block, like that. Okay, you will show what you are speaking, or what you want to convey. Okay. The second example, say the child is playing with car, which is like very often around the house. So you will say, "Oh wow." Suppose your child name is Manan. So you will say, "Oh wow, Manan is playing with car. Oh, the car is blue in color. Vroom, vroom, the car went fast." So you have to, like, I know this is really exhausting, but then yes, it is necessary for your child and you have to do it. Okay. So the next thing in the language stimulation, which is important, is child directed speech and echoing. So once your child is beyond self-talk and parallel talk, okay, so you cannot use like all self-talk, parallel talk, and this child-directed speech or echoing at same time. When to use self-talk and parallel talk? Okay, so when your child is like really infant stage, like 12 months to maybe 2.2 years, stuck, we can use self-talk and parallel talk. And from 1.5 to after to like 1.5 to 2 years, after that you have to use particularly child directed speech and echoing, because by that time your child starts speaking few words. Okay, so what is echoing and what is child directed speech? In this technique, the adult echoes the child's utterances back to him, but using various speech patterns used by parents or caregivers when communicating with young children, particularly infant, as I said, usually involving again simplified vocabulary, melodic pitch, repetitive questioning, and slow and deliberate tempo. You cannot be speaking fast with your child. He won't be listening to you. It will be like very boring for him. Okay. So, four or five things you have to remember. What is repetitive questioning? So while you are explaining him, okay, oh wow, you're playing with car. Oh, very nice. What color car is that? Like that. I'll be giving example in next slide. So this technique needs not always require that the child responds. Okay, so you just sit beside the child and you talk, you echo whatever is child your child is saying, you just echo that. Okay, it does, however, let the child know some of what he says and is not understood by an adult. Suppose I'll be giving examples so you know it better. Further specifies to child which part of his comment was not understood, thus enabling the child to focus on particular parts rather than having to reiterate his entire comment. Okay, so I know this all is very confusing. I'll give you an example that will clear your doubt. Okay, so example. So the child and mother are sitting. Okay, the child will say, I'll exactly say how the child will say. Okay, the child will say, I got humako. Okay, then mother will say, you got to what? And you have to give, I have underlined this word because I want you to give emphasis or stress on that word. You got to what? Then the child will say, mangoes. Oh, mangoes. Oh, you got two mangoes. Again, the answer is mango. Okay. So these two words, like it is repeated twice. So you should stress those words. Mangoes. Oh, you got two mangoes. The child will say, mangoes sweet. The mother will say, mangoes are what? Child will say, treat. Okay, because maybe the by that time he won't be able to produce so he will say treat. So mother will say, yes, mangoes are sweet. Very good. Important part here is reinforcement. Okay. Now what is reinforcement again? Reinforcement is anything you give to your child when he listens to you or attends to the activity you are expecting him to do. Suppose here the child responded sweet. Then you will say, wow, very good, mangoes are sweet, and you will offer one slice of mango there. Okay, so that will be a reinforcement in this situation. When you are at home and you want like child listens to you and whatever attend to the activity, you will give some tangible reinforcement. Again, tangible reinforcement means any food item. Please no chocolate, big no for chocolate, because then whole attention is diverted to the chocolate and child doesn't even notice what he has to do. So I will say big no for chocolate. Other than that, you can use like dry fruits, you can use some biscuits or cookies, whatever the child like, but don't give whole cookie. Otherwise, It will take around 5 minutes to finish, and then his attention will be diverted and he won't be interested in the activity again. So make small pieces of that cookies and biscuits, and you can put in bowl and ask him that, okay, fine, whenever you listen to mama, mama is going to give you a piece of cookie. Okay, so this is what you have to do while using the whole whatever I'm explaining right now and explaining it further. So you have to use reinforcement through all the process. Okay, so the next thing is modeling. So when your child will be like giving attention after echoing, like child starts speaking or child start babbling at the age of 6 to 7 months, and after that he learned to speak in words by like 12 months. Okay, so after that you can start using modeling. Now, what is modeling? Mother offers more information to the child in modeling. So in this, mother's sentence structure is elaborate, but the primary intention is to offer the child complex sentence, but like it should be the meaningful utterances and not long sentences. It should not be the complex sentences. Oh, if you do so, then I'll give you this. No, the child will not understand. You have to be specific, like 2 to 3 word sentences or phrases, we can say. Okay, it will give the child more things to talk about and thus to comment upon the listener. That means that if you have taken any object in front of child, suppose pen, okay, so you will say, oh wow, this is pen. This is how I write. So whatever you want your child to learn, you have to model. You have to show how the things are done, but very slowly and in very elaborated manner. Okay, so this technique has two strong points. One, it draws from what the child says to the extent the child comments. Okay, so it really helps your child to extend the comments, like if the child is saying nice, so if you say, oh, it is nice, then the child will say, ah, it's nice. Okay, this is how exactly your child will say, and don't force him to no say it is nice. No, let him say, but at least he is repeating you. That is what is important here. And the second strong point is it does not correct or repeat the child's sentence. This is what I was talking about right now. You don't have to correct him all the time. Okay, when he at least tries to like attend your choice of activity, you should be giving him reinforcement. You should reinforce him so that the activity will be repeated. Okay, so the example of the modeling, the child will say, "Mummy, chocolate." Mm. The mother will say, "No, not now, dear. We will buy chocolate in the evening." Child will say, "Okay." Okay. Mother will say, "Okay, dear. I'll get you food, chocolates and biscuit in the evening." Then the child will say, "Evening? Why?" Mother will say, "Shops are closed now. We will go out for shopping only in the evening." Then the child will get excited. This is the reinforcement point, that we are going to go out and shop for both chocolates and biscuits. That will encourage your child to wait till evening. Okay, to wait. The most important point in communication. Now I am talking, you all are listening. You're not cutting me down and speaking. Right? So you have to keep patience and listen what the other person is saying. Okay? So then the child will say, shopping in, woo! That will be nice. Then the child will accept the situation. Otherwise, your child will just throw tantrums and no, I want chocolate, I want biscuit. He will lie down on the floor, he will throw the objects and I don't know what else. But then I know all these things you should like, you have seen with your child at least once. है ना? So yeah. So the next thing is discriminative modeling. So what is discriminative modeling? Correct and incorrect responses are modeled consecutively, asking the child to imitate the correct form as soon as it is modeled. What is difference between modeling and discriminative modeling? So modeling is we are just telling the child how the things are done, and discriminate we don't correct the child in modeling, but yes we do reinforce the child to correct himself. We don't do it negatively, we do it positively. So modeling of both correct and incorrect responses encourages discrimination. Okay, so I can see many people raising the hands. You can please drop your queries or questions in the chat box. We will be having question answer session after the once this presentation is done. So you all will be asking me the questions. Okay, so you can put your questions in chat box, and after that we will be having Q&A sessions. Okay. So, in this discriminative modeling, the most important part is the correct form is strengthened and the incorrect form is weakened. The example for discriminative modeling. Okay, now this is the picture. You can take any picture, like any picture the child is eating or watching TV or whatever. I'm just taking this picture. I'll show this picture to the child, and the mother will say, see the picture. Tell me which is the correct. The boy is running or the boy is hopping. So you will, the correct answer is running, you know, right? So you will be, be more dramatic, and your voice should be more raised while you say running, like the boy is running or the boy is hopping. So there's difference in how I say running and how I say hopping. You have to strengthen the correct response, which is running, and you have to weaken the incorrect response, which is hopping. Then the child will say, boys running. Then the mother will say, good, here's the chocolate for your correct answer. So again, you will offer some reinforcement, but again, here it is written chocolate, but I won't say chocolate. Big no for chocolate. You can use anything from like available at your house, like dry fruits or maybe a piece or slice of fruit or whatever the child likes, but other than chocolate, please. The next thing I want to tell all of you, like very important notes for parents specifically. Okay, those who haven't seen a speech therapist before this, or this whole process going to the speech therapist, and what is speech delay, what is stimulation, what is speech, what is language, what is the difference between speech and language. So, those who are been through this process very first time, these notes are very important for them. Okay, the first thing you have to remember is narrate the activities that are interesting to your child in that moment. Suppose your child is playing with blocks, and you will take him to the kitchen, like, and you will say, okay, sit here, we have to speak about the mangoes. No, he won't be listening to you at that point. He is interested in playing the blocks. So just sit with him and explain about what he is doing with the blocks. That is parallel talk, right? So according to this, all this simulation, you have to choose according to the situation. Okay, sometimes you will have to use self-talk. Sometimes you will have to use parallel talk. Sometimes you will have to like do modeling. Sometimes you will have to do discriminative modeling. Okay, so narrate the activities that are interesting to your child in that moment. Okay, second thing is self-talk for short burst of the time throughout the day. Don't talk constantly, or you will just sound like a parent from Muppet Babies, right? So don't talk whole day with your child. Just making the child sit and okay, I'll do parallel talk, I'll do self talk. No, that is not going to help. Then the child will be like, okay, not interested after few maybe few hours. Okay, He will be like, oh, okay, you're just doing wow, 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 wow. I won't be listening to you. So that is not ideal. You have to keep gaps in between. If your child is not interested, let him play with the other objects and you use other techniques. If make the child sit and suppose you take those ring tower game and the child is not interested, then okay, fine. Okay, you do what you want to do. And the child goes and take the cards to play. So you just sit beside him and do the parallel talk. You don't need to model every moment. You have to give him time. Okay, this is the key thing. You have to give time. It is time taking process. Okay, don't expect your child to repeat you always. Okay, the child will not give a response 100% of the time. When you repeat 10 times, your child may repeat for one time. So you really need to have very much patience. Okay, then use child friendly and short sentence. Do not use long sentences like, oh wow, this is red color block, block is square, wow, very nice block. No, the child will be like, "Oh, what are you speaking?" Make it short and make it interesting. Okay, suppose the child is playing with ball. So, wow, you have ball. Red. Then just point to the colors of the ball like red, yellow, green, purple. Oh, colors. Very short phrases and very short sentences. Okay. Next, like a few important things when you go to speech therapist is, even if you have a speech language pathologist that comes to your house every week, or even if you have a speech language pathologist that you consult like thrice a week or four times a week, maybe the person who is interacting with your child 99% times is you. The child is like, the session is for 45 minutes maximum. Okay. So your child is with us for maximum 1.5 hours to 2 hours in a week. But he is with you for all the time, all the 24 hours. So what we are doing is really like 20% important, and what you are doing is 80% important, because we can guide you through that. Okay, do this, use this technique, or use this, or use this strategies, but you are the one who has to like do the activities, and you can always like plan the activities according to your child's choice. Okay, I'll give you one example after I finish with this point. So that means that you need to incorporate the techniques used by your speech therapist into your everyday life to see the results you want. Okay. If you want to see the results, you have to practice at home. Whatever your therapist is telling you, what activities or anything, so you have to repeat or practice them at home. Okay. If you have a speech therapist, ask him or her to teach you what they are doing so you can carry over strategies during the week. See, speech therapist will be with your child for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Just observe, learn from them, and then repeat at home. Okay, this is the key thing, that you have to repeat. There's no second option. It is not going to happen that okay, you like now your child is going to speech therapist, then some magic will happen and your child will speak. It is time consuming process, and you have to give that time. Okay, so the most important thing is a good therapist should be thrilled that you want to learn. Okay, when you want to learn, we really feel so strong to teach you. But then if you're not like in that phase to learn, and you want us to do all the things for your child, which is really not possible, because you know your child better than we know, right? So this is what all for the language and speech stimulation. I promise to give you one example for this. So see, suppose your child has misarticulation, or suppose your child has delay in the speech and language. So Okay, still people are coming. Fine. Okay, so you are going to speech therapist. The speech therapist told you few activities for attention, eye contact, and supposed to increase the vocabulary, receptive and expressive vocabulary. And you just came home and did nothing, and then went to the speech therapist again. So the speech therapist, you will say to the speech therapist that, oh, there is no improvement. Actually, we started 1 month ago, but still there is no improvement. Yes, there is no improvement because you are not doing anything at home. Whatever your therapist is like doing the activities, you have to do at home. Then, of course, improvement will be there, but it is time consuming. And yeah, so this is for all. I think we can just take the Q&A after this. Uh, Jalaj,
Yeah.
we have questions, right?
Yes, we have questions. First,
Okay.
I'll unmute the
All of them can just switch on their cameras because I don't like speaking to blank screens. I would love to see them if they can, if they are comfortable.
so, Kanchan, I'll read out the first question. This is from Kusum. Uh,
Kusum.
Kusum says that her child is turning 2, but still he didn't speak any word. Like there's no
Okay.
vocabulary. Kusum,
There's
you
no.
can unmute yourself also.
See, you, Kusumji, good afternoon. You cannot say that there is no vocabulary. Yes, you can say, Kusumji, that there is no expressive vocabulary. Okay, there's a difference between receptive vocabulary and expressive vocabulary. What receptive vocabulary is what your child knows. Suppose your child knows that this is mobile. Okay, if you ask your child, please get me my mobile, he will get you your mobile, but he cannot speak that this is mobile. Okay, and Kusumshi, I would like to know the mota milestone, like when did your child start walking and sitting?
Walking, he was started, I think, in 14th month. On sitting,
14.
around 8th month, he was perfectly like rolling and coming sitting.
Okay, so 14 months he started walking, right? Yeah, so
Standing, he was
slide.
started at the 10, 11 month. Like
Okay.
taking support, and he started standing in 11, 12
Walking,
month.
standing with support.
Yeah, but standing to walking, he take little bit more time. Then, but he's after 14 month, he started walking.
Okay, after 14 months. So that means motor milestone are also delayed. Okay. And if he wants to, he wants something like if he's hungry or whether he wants water. So how do he express himself?
Not expressing anything, doctor.
So
We
how do
are
you know
encouraging.
that?
We are encouraging. You take water.
Okay, so you're giving like particular after a few breaks, like right?
Yeah. After
Like
few break, I'm giving. I'm feeding to him.
okay, so see, now he can walk without support and he can run, I guess.
Yeah. He's running, taking everything. He's playing quietly, very nice.
Okay, so the very first thing is do not like give your child everything. Do not. I don't want you to do spoon feeding.
Okay.
He is not expressing because he is not feeling that need to express. You're feeding him on time, you're giving water him on time, right? So you're giving chocolates, whatever he needs, you're giving him like without expression.
Okay.
So he doesn't feel any need to speak. First of all, you need to stop. Like, how many family members are there?
We are 5 members, including my small child.
And how much is the pampering?
Too much. He having 2 elder sisters. They are pampering too much. We are also, because he is a younger family member now. So
And what's your mother tongue?
Hindi. We are mostly trying to speak in Hindi.
हिंदी, ओह ओके.
Yeah.
तो सी सबसे मेजर प्रॉब्लम होता है ना, जैसे घर में होता होगा, अगर आप उसको डांट देते हो तो कोई और उसको वो चीज दे देगा. सपोज ही वांट्स वाटर एंड यू विल से कि बोलो पा 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 एंड देन आई विल गिव यू वाटर. ओके, देन ही विल स्टार्ट क्राइंग बिकॉज उसको तो पानी चाहिए और बिना बोले चाहिए. फिर वो क्या करेगा, रोना स्टार्ट कर देगा, है ना. फिर बाकी के कोई फैमिली मेंबर बोलेंगे अरे रो रहा है मत रुलाओ, दे दो, आ जाओ मैं दे देती हूँ. इफ यू आर नॉट गिविंग, समवन एल्स विल गिव. है
Okay.
ना, होता है ना ऐसे.
So I have to leave him to let the feel
यस,
whatever he want.
not to the extent that he should cry and burst out, but at least for 15 minutes you should try, like start from 15 minutes. एंड
Okay.
इफ अगर आप उसको डांट रहे हो या कुछ बोल रहे हो तो नो वन एल्स शुड प्रोवाइड दैट थिंग. या सेम विथ अदर्स, सपोज उसके पापा फादर ने उसको डांट दिया या बोला कि नहीं आप ये बोलो फिर आपको मिलेगा, तो आप में से किसी ने उसको वो चीज देना नहीं है.
Okay.
द मेजर रीजन फॉर डिले इन टूडेज टाइम इज पैम्परिंग.
Okay.
Because the child doesn't feel any need to express himself verbally.
But I have consulted my pediatrician also. He is saying he is a hyperactive also. Hyperactiveness is also a cause to delay in speak because he is continuously moving, not sitting one place,
Hmm.
keeping all the
Then,
thing in mouth.
then I would like to like assess your child or see your child more in detail, because I have not seen your child, and just by the description you are giving me, I get some recommendation. But for further details, we can connect one to one. Jalaj, you can just connect to them maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. When we will assist your time, then I will connect with one to one and let's see.
Jalaj, kindly guide them how to connect.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Today, ma'am, or some other day?
you can drop your queries. Even if your queries get missed out, you can drop your queries at contact@momsbelief.com.
Okay.
Jalaj, you can just type this
Yeah,
thing
yeah, I'm
on
typing.
chat box so that everyone will get the thing, you know.
You can drop in your queries over here, and our team will get back to you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
one thing, if like my child is hyperactive, doctors are saying this kind of child, how much taking time to start speaking words?
It again varies from child to child. Some children learn like are very fast learners and they learn in 1 year, 1 month. Like you can see the improvement, visible improvement in 1 month. Then again, sometimes some children will take 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, maybe. The time is not defined. Okay, it totally depends upon the child and you, how you are, as I said, how you are following up with your therapist and your child, how you are taking the practice at home. Because as I said, your child is going to be with us for 45 minutes, but you will be the one who is handling the child whole day or for the rest of the day, right? So what you are doing is more important than what I am doing. I'll be guiding you how to handle your child, how to teach your child, how to speak, like, right. So, but you are the one who has to do it.
And doctor, any problem of like in child also coming thyroid problem?
Your child has thyroid.
No, no. Doctor has said to given blood test for the thyroid also.
Okay, so you can just go ahead and it will solve your query. It's not harmful. You can go ahead with that.
But child speak delay because of this thyroid also coming?
No,
No, na.
not most probably.
I think more than 1 month we are so stressed because he is taking longer time not speaking.
I can
Screaming very loud.
understand. I can
Screaming
really
very loud, but not
understand.
speaking. We are trying
Yeah.
at home also. We are trying lip sync. We are showing the lips also. We concentrate here and then try to lips. But he is not concentrating. Big thing is he's not concentrating on a pace. Just
So
a few
eye
minutes, few
contact,
seconds,
yeah,
flip.
eye contact is the most important thing in language and speech.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can connect one to one for the detailed assessment for of your child if you want to.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Jalaj, we can take the next question. Thank you, Kusumji. It was
I'm
nice.
leaving actually.
Yeah, sure.
We have another question from Iram.
From?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, doctor.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Basically, I have one question. I'm basically having Miss Mansi with me. She always guides me, and another one is Miss Nazma. She is child psychologist, I think, in Mom's Belief itself. So my
Nazma.
son, yes, Nazma.
She is a speech therapist.
Yeah, exactly. She's
Yeah.
a speech therapist. So my question is that my son is 2.5 years old
Okay.
and he doesn't speak at all, though I am trying, like as you said, parallel talking, self talking, I'm doing that all. And it was Miss Nazima who actually guided me for that, so I'm doing that. And I let him to express, like when he wants to drink water, so he holds my hand and takes me to water, or he wants to eat something, so he will go to the cabinet where the biscuits or any other things are. We try to play games like with the colors, alphabets, numbers. He does it, all the puzzles, everything he does it by himself. But the issue is that he doesn't talk. Regarding pampering, as you even asked Miss Kulsum as well, uh, w- uh, I don't do that at all. And we are sticking to one language. Um, like English, okay? We stop because maybe he'll go to school and there they will be speaking in English. So we stick to one language again. But again, he is trying to. I don't know why, but he tries to analyze things as well. Like he will look at the things, he will look at the wheels, he will, try to remove some things and put it back. But then
Mm.
again, he babbles a little with different sounds as well, like car, like that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
then he doesn't speak. So I just
Okay.
want some advice from you.
So, yeah, Aramji, about your child, what I understood is his receptive language is really very good, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope you're familiar with receptive language. You know what is receptive language?
Yeah. Him
Yeah.
understanding what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
So his receptive language is very good, but expressive language is delayed. And
Exactly.
yeah, so as I asked Kusumji also, I would like to know about the motor milestone. When did he started walking and sitting and all?
Yeah. I think sitting quite early, but walking like 13 months or so, he started.
Okay,
Yeah. And then
walking
yes,
without support.
yes, without support. He actually did not crawl much. He
Okay,
immediately, when he crawled, he started walking.
okay, okay,
Yeah. So it was
okay,
immediate.
okay.
So it didn't take me long time to make him, stand or walk. So he did
Hmm.
it quite, I don't know, maybe 13 is not quite early, but he started, I think, 13 or 14 months.
Okay, okay. So it's just a mild delay.
Okay.
14 is a mild delay. Okay. So for your child, I can say that he's a visual learner. What I understood from your explanation about
Yes.
him,
He
he's a
loves to
visual.
see the books. Because
Yes,
I read books
he's a
for him.
visual. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. He's a visual learner. He
Yeah.
likes to, or he learns usually more than auditory or repeating
Yeah.
verbally,
You're
right?
right.
So what you can start with is he's babbling, right? So you can start associating those babbling to the object. Like if you can just make a picture book, like you can just take a normal book like this, and on the very first page you will stick his picture, your child's
Okay.
picture, single.
Okay.
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 Then on the next page it will be yours and his father's,
Okay.
one two pictures, but not group photos. I don't want group photos.
Okay.
Okay, because why we don't take group photos? Because there are so many person in one photo, in one
Hmm.
picture. So
The child will get confused.
yeah, the child will get confused and his attention will be like, he'll distracted.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So and then start with your child responding to you, because what I understood is your child responds when he needs it.
Hmm.
That too gesturally, not verbally. He drags you to the object. He
Exactly.
doesn't, yeah, he doesn't say, give me.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just
So
says
you can,
like that. Mm.
so that is cooing or babbling. Okay.
Yeah.
So you associate the babbling with pictures. Suppose say like Papa. Okay. You
Hmm.
don't have to ask him to say this is Papa. No. You can just associate the babbling like, oh Papa Papa Papa. Wow, that was
Yeah.
so good. You really have to like put, I will say 70% more energy than usual. You
Yeah.
know, if
Right.
if we speak like, oh, who is this? This is Papa. Very good. No, your child will be like, okay, you speak, I'll see, I won't be saying anything. But if
Yeah.
you be more dramatic,
Yes.
oh, and use actions with
Yeah.
your voice, pa 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 pa. You can even use some cardboard cutting. Like
Yeah.
you can take simple cardboard like this and cut
Yeah.
around. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're making a hole in a cardboard. You
Mhm.
will put that cardboard on the picture so that the other picture is covered. He can
Yeah.
only see one picture, and
Yeah.
then you can explain him about the picture and ask
Mhm.
him to say pa 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 pa. That's it.
Yeah.
Do not specify the words at this time.
Okay. Only babble, kind of like only the
Associate
starting
that,
word.
yeah. So if he's playing with a car, don't
Yeah.
ask him to say car, just ask
Yeah.
him to say beep 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 beep. Oh wow, that was
Yeah.
so good. Then again, just hold the car and ask him to say beep 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 beep. Simultaneously you move the car when you speak and you stop the car when you stop the sound.
Yeah. True.
Okay, so he will understand that okay, the car will only move if I say peep 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 peep. Then he
Actually,
will,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah,
here right now he is at this stage. Like when he moves the car, he says beep beep beep, and
that's
when the
good,
car is not in his hand, like he will pick up teddy bear, so he will turn around because teddy bear turns around. You
right.
understand? So he is at this stage,
He
but
is at the stage, so you
yes,
can go ahead like one step ahead and use very basic, simple environmental sounds. Because the
hmm,
next step is using environmental sounds like animal sounds or vehicle
yes,
sounds or bird sounds. Do
yes,
not go directly to the word,
true,
because
true.
he is at the stage where he uses babbling to
Yeah,
express himself.
yes, he enjoys the
And
animal sounds.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, but then again, in the same picture book, on the next pages, you can just stick the pictures of few domestic animals which he normally sees or which he normally knows.
Hmm.
The basic rule is, if you want to improve his expressive vocabulary, start
Hmm.
with the words which are already there in his receptive vocabulary. What
Hmm.
I mean is, suppose this is pen and he knows this is pen. Now, how do you know that your child knows and doesn't know? You
Hmm.
ask him, where is pen? So, if he points out, that means he knows that this is pen, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so then he doesn't speak pen. That means it is there in his receptive vocabulary, but it is
Exactly.
not there in the expressive vocabulary. So
Listen.
you will target these words which are
Mhm.
already there in receptive vocabulary. You don't take new word because the child won't be interested in that.
Exactly.
Right. So you target the words which are there in his receptive vocabulary. What I mean
Mhm.
is you target the word which he already knows but doesn't speak.
Exactly. So I have to show him in different ways. This is a pen, or
Yes,
on a
yes,
paper,
yes.
or in a book.
You can even take a picture to object matching. That is like there's a picture of pen and this is real
Yes.
pen, and he
Yes.
has to match those.
Oh, yes. Puzzle kind of, but simpler
Yes,
ones.
yes, like that. It
Thank you.
will help you. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I hope the
Kanchan, we have
information was.
another question in the chat
Yes, of
box.
course.
Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you, Iram.
Yeah. Aditi asks how to increase expressive language.
Okay, again, expressive language, there are two parts, expressive and receptive language. Expressive language will be only there if the receptive language is there. Again, I explained about the pen. It should be there in expressive language. Your child should know first that this is pen. Then only he will be able to speak. Okay. If I ask you to, express this object in different language than what you know, that's English. Okay. Now we are speaking in English. So if I ask you to express this object in Hindi or in other like regional language maybe, you won't be able to do because it is not there in your expressive language. Okay. So there are two different parts. Okay. So first of all, you have to make your child understand that this object has some name which is pen, like pen. You have to start with babbling, okay, and you have to target only two words in a week, again depending upon the learning capacity of your child. But in first week when you start with the expressive vocabulary, you should target only two words and just see that how much time your child is taking to learn those two words. If your child is a fast learner, then of course you can increase the words to up to 3 to 4, but not more than 4, because then again your child will learn. But to memorize and to use it in a daily conversation, it is important to make that consistent, make those words consistent in daily routine. So yes, you need to give him time and start with the receptive vocabulary words and then take new words. We have her with like here.
I
I
think
cannot.
Kanchan, that was a great session.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our time is up. So,
Oh,
would you like to conclude? And I have left the mail ID for more
yeah.
questions. You can drop us your questions over there, and our team will get back to you within 24 hours. Kanchan, you can conclude the session. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, okay. So to conclude the session, your child is bundle of surprise, okay, and day by day the surprise will be like you will be unfolding the surprise, and it will be it's really thrilling. I know it's really difficult to handle the hyperactive child and or the autistic child or the child who doesn't speak. It's really difficult to understand the child what child wants, but then yes, you have to make some rules, and you can make your child speak. Okay, don't understand everything what your child is gesturally expressing. Let him express himself or herself, whatever uh, your child is, girl or boy, depending on that. So let the child express whatever, in whatever way, gestural, verbal, expression, whatever it is. Let the child express, and then you stimulate him with the correct response, and then see the magic, I guess.
Thank you so much, Kanchan.
Yeah. So I guess we can just
Yeah,
leave.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone
Okay.
for joining in.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope the session was informative. And if you want to connect with, yeah, thank you, Suchita. So if you want to connect with us, you have the mail ID. You can drop your questions. I'll be answering them for sure. Our team will get back to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.